Greetings. Ugh. That is really nice. Well, here we are, live in the Arizona Republic. Beautiful, as usual. I put up a couple new favorites on the channel. I may throw a couple people off, but if you watched my moment of clarity, I hope it doesn't throw you off. But I was listening to or watching InfoWars, and they were talking about the migrant crisis in Germany, or throughout Europe and, soon to be the world. But they were saying how there was mass rapings. I guess New Year's Eve and before and after New Year's Eve, but mass rapings on New Year's Eve, and the so-called authorities tried to cover it up, and it was just like, to me, from my personal opinion, my angle, my right to think how I want to think, if you were if a person is in the constitutional fold of government, the Constitution for the United States of America, North Continent, that fold of government, I would imagine they would be a little distraught or furious, or maybe baffled, or think that, hey, this is unbelievable. But within a short amount of time, it should be furious, angry, irate. It took me less than 60 seconds when I first heard about or viewed it and heard about it, internet. Less than 60 seconds, I'm like, what? No, what? Oh, I'm angry. Like, I'm upset. Everyone should be upset, right? It's mass rapings of women. Now, a person may say, well, it's all the way over there. Why should I care about it? Or not so much why should I care about it? What difference could I make? What could I do? It's just me. I'm just one person, right? But if it affects you, if anything affects you to the point where, you may be happy, you may be upset, you may just want to get it out, I would just say, talk to people spread the word, let them know what's actually going on. Just from your, like me, I have I don't want to say novice, but information, life, I don't have it figured out. It's all a learning experience. You're always learning. You're really never out of school, so to speak. You're always learning. I'm always learning. So if a person may not have I don't want to say, if they don't know the information I know, if they don't know as much as I know, let's put it like that, because everyone has their expertise, and you may be really knowledgeable in one area or one category, and another person may be in another area or another category. If you're not, you the viewer, you the listener, if you're not too familiar and you're saying, well, I don't know much about it, I don't want to get into it, or not, I don't want to, I guess I can't get into it, I guess I can't make a change, you'll be surprised how one person can make a change. Like, it doesn't matter to what extent, I don't know, but you can make a change. You can just, if you just want to change yourself, please. But if you want to change your area, your neighborhood, the world, then just do it, or at least try to keep up the good fight. If you never met me, you don't know me, you may say, oh, this guy is strange, this guy is weird, eclectic, right? But I just choose not to be scared. I choose not to be afraid. Fear is not real. I attempt to operate all the time and the constitutional fold of government going with the law. So as long as I'm not breaking the law, the de jure law, then I could care less what another person thinks. I do as I please without attempting to offend you. I may offend you, you know. As always, if I've offended you or wronged you, I beg your pardon. But if not, I don't care. So I'm going off track. But let's get back to the videos and the favorites. The language may throw you off. The anger may throw you off. Some of you may appreciate the honesty and the anger. Some of you may appreciate the language, which some people may seem, or some people may view as vulgar or curse words. But at some point, you have to say, we can't take it no more, or at least I can't take it no more. So when I read the article, I'm like, what? Why would they try and cover something like this up? Not to say horrible things don't happen in the world, but what's the need for the cover up? You know, this should be put out there so this doesn't happen. You know, if you care about people, you couldn't stop it, but you can make sure, or try to attempt to make sure it doesn't happen again. And it just threw me off, and I was like, oh my, like, if people were to come over here, and I'm not gonna say refugees, I'm gonna say whoever comes over here who's not checked, who's not vetted, who's not screened. You know, if you go to an airport, they say, you sure, let me see your ID. You know, you have to be vetted, you have to be verified, you know. And it's not to say anything bad is going to happen. I don't want anything bad to happen. This video itself is to just put out there that this is what's going on, you know, in the world from my small point of perspective. And I personally, this is just my feeling. I was upset. I thought more people should be upset about the situation. If there were people from any fault, well, I don't say that, any wake of life or background, I don't want to throw you off, because they're trying to classify them as refugees, migrants, what have you. So it's hard to talk sometimes, because it's like certain words and certain phrases and certain things I use, someone may not see all the definitions. They just think it's just one thing, and they don't know that it's a multitude of things that it could possibly be. So excuse me if I pause a lot and try to, you know, capture words to keep everybody all on the same plane, all on the same field. Like right here, we're all, if somebody was right here, somebody was right here, we'd all be here seeing this beautiful view on the same plane. And I just hope that sooner or later, people become more aware of what's going on, more knowledgeable. Because I keep cutting off. If people were to come here with intentions of doing harm to the general population, just the general population, they're not playing that. Like, this continent is not playing that. This territory is not playing that. Mass rape. It's not going down. There will be an outcry, and I would hope everyone goes with the law. You know, talk to your marshals, your sheriffs, your deputies. Let them know your concerns. Talk to your city councils, whoever your, I guess, persons of your government, because everyone has their own, I don't know, you have the right to contract. Everybody makes their own contract. So, like, I'm in the constitutional fold of government, but someone else may not be in the constitutional fold of government. They have another law that governs them, which they can have by their choice. So I can't throw the law that governs me out there to a person who's not within that fold of government, because it's not going to work. It would be disingenuous of me to do something like that. But I'm still here trying to put out the message of peace. But you can't just say I'm here to live in peace. I want to be in peace, and not be aware that there is danger out there. We don't even have to go far. Like, we can stay within the county, whichever county you may live in, or reside in, or stay in. Defend yourself, you know? And it doesn't have to be a physical battle. It could just be, you know, enforcing the law, letting the so-called law enforcement or authorities for your fold of government, let them know, hey, you know, if situations like this were to happen here, that's happening, you know, around the world, it'd be really nice if we were all on the same plane, on the same field. Like, we don't want any trouble. We just want to live prosperous, be happy, take care of ourselves, take care of the people we love. But if danger, like we see danger down the road, if danger stops by my house, it's going to be a problem. And just expressing, just some people take that, oh, you're violent. You don't want to submit. Just go along with whatever is going on. But it goes back to me, critical thinking. Use your critical thinking. And I put those videos up there because that was the emotion I was feeling. Like, that's a no-no. Like, if there are men out there who consider themselves to be men of honor, men of respect, like, what are you waiting for? Again, I'm not saying you should do anything violent. I want a peaceful resolution to all things. There's enough estate, there's enough resources, there's enough opportunity for everyone to prosper, you know, through hard work, through time, through dedication, you know. And I just felt that it's time for men, and not as in like male, I mean as in men, like men of principles, to stand up for woman. This is baffling to me. How can there not be an outrage? I was born from woman. I have a mother. I have no brothers. I have sisters, a mother, grandmothers, uncles, nephews, nieces, so on and so forth. It is the fall of life as us, I guess. No, it's the fall. It's the beginning of the fall for woman. That's plural. That's female and male. Woman. Once the men stop standing up for woman, because that's it. If you don't take up for woman, that's it. The chain stops. Like, that's it. Like, the world will keep going, but you know, we won't be here if you don't stand up for women. Like, there are some really disgusting, sick, evil, I can't muster the proper word to use right now, you know. So at all possible lawful avenues that we can travel, we can go with, to make sure that this this continent is still magnificent, it's still great, it's still beautiful, then let's go that route. You know, take up for women. Like, take up for women. Take up for your brother. Take up for a stranger. To what degree, or to whatever you choose to do is what you choose to do, but stand up. This is bogus. Like, I went to jail a couple times, right? And one time, for my longest stay, a lady, we got word that the female jail, that they were striking because they didn't like the food, you know, in Maricopa County. So we was like, bet, yeah, let's do it. You know what I mean? Like, man up. And I'm Moorish American. I know, of course, my mother created me. Like, that's a really easy and simple fact. No one can deny. If you deny that, you are full of you know what. So I'm like, bet, we riding, right? So the house, the house, a couple houses at the so-called jail facility, we were on strike. No food. We want better food. The ladies on strike, we gonna ride with them, right? Like, yeah, okay, let's do it then, right? So the next day, I think most of the people strike for the morning and the evening, because you only get 2 meals, so to speak. So they did it for one day. The next morning, I'm the only one who didn't take the tray. I'm like, no, I'm on strike. And I just happened to be the first one, like, bunk one. Like the first one they go to when they serve the meals. Everyone in my pod didn't do it, right? So I'm like, yeah, whatever. Y'all soft. I'm gonna keep going. So some time passed by, and the reporters came in, and I'm like, oh, what's going on? So they got the reporters, and they got, extra security to make sure they're safe. And they called me out, and they're like, we just want to get information in regard to why you're striking, why the jail's striking. And I'm like, yeah, man, we striking because the food is horrible. Everyone knows it, but once we heard the females was doing it, we was like, we gonna do it. Like, there's so much stuff that happens in the world, or even in jail, for just the littlest things. Like, the littlest things, something can pop off, so to speak, if you follow me. But when it came to not eating, taking a food strike to support woman, a stranger, but a woman, I was the only one who did it, right? So she's like, yeah, you're the only one. I'm like, yeah, I know. I was like, man, I don't know what's going on. She's like, no, you're the only one in the pod, because it's four pods to a house. And I'm like, really? All right. Well, I guess other people did it in the other houses, right? She's like, no, you're the only one, period. And I'm like, get out of here. I was mad. I'm smiling now, but I was mad. I was like, that is so soft. Like, no sense of honor, right? I wasn't asking, or nor were other people who were, promoting it. We weren't asking you to do anything violent or cause any harm to anyone. However long you can take the food strike, boom, if you can do it, do it. But a day, it just gave me, back then, that gave me a sense of like, man, what's wrong with people, right? And then the other day, I was like, oh man, what's wrong with people? I was like, I hope I honestly will look into and research to see if the mass public for this territory, so to speak, or general public, so to speak, are that docile. Because it's not fair. I don't think so. I would imagine. I can't say what another person is thinking, but how could you be scared? Like, without woman, female, mother, no matter what, to me, this is my opinion, because you may think differently. It doesn't matter, from whatever nation, whatever so-called belief, religion, creed, whatever you call yourself, you're a woman, you are the creator. It is my duty. It is not an obligation. It is my duty. It is a pleasure and a duty to serve woman. You know, like what you throw out in the universe is going to come back to you. What goes around comes around. It's a small world. Are you ready? I'm trying to be, man. I don't know if I'm coming or going. What's up? So, stand up for women. A lot of people think they tough. A lot of people think they hard. They think they're, what's the word? Sexy, charismatic, you know, Don Juan Casanova little brother and all this stuff. But judge a person by the character. Judge them a little bit by what they say. Judge them a lot by what they do. But if you don't take up for a woman, oh my gosh. And it doesn't have to be a stranger. Like if you have sisters, girlfriend, a friend, a neighbor, you know, man up. This is so soft. But that's all. I just wanted to put that out there. So here I am. I'm just trying to, you know, I don't know, trying to, I guess inspires. Inspires not a proper word though. But bring to the attention of or for the people who reside in this territory of what, you know, beauty there is. Or if you don't even live in this territory, what beauty there is on this continent. How it's important for us to experience it. You know, don't let it go to waste, and to protect it. You know, sort of like how you should treat women. Don't let her go to waste. You know, experience the pleasure of being in the company of nature. Experience the pleasure of being in the company of woman. Just being here, just talking, or just, I don't know, wherever you are. You know, I think sometimes people, they forget how bad things were or how bad things possibly can be, being to the fact that they're maybe good, or they're at a level where they're getting by. You know, like my head's above water. Like, it's not the greatest situation, but I'm not underwater. Like, I'm not drowning. I'm staying afloat. Like, not to say that's not a good thing, because whatever makes you happy, but I hope people try to remember that, you know, all of this way of life for so many people of actually different ways of life, different levels of life, but life, you know, it's precious. It's extremely precious. Woman is extremely precious. Excuse me. I'm gonna keep that in there. But wow, a woman is the most precious, and also the most for my imagination, for my cerebral cortex, the most powerful being on this plane of existence, because she is the creator. And like, I guess I'm a loner. I don't require the company of people. I'd rather be around good people, decent people, you know. So being here, being lonely, not even lonely, just being alone, it doesn't bother me, because I'd rather be alone than be with unworthy people, unworthy men, sorry men. Fear is not real, you know. Danger is very real. Please, oh my gosh, please stand up for women in any way, shape, or form you can. Stand up for the law. Stand up for yourself. You know? Because when you study history, you tend to see how things just repeat themselves. If you don't stand up, things will just repeat themselves. So, I don't know. I hope I went somewhere with this, but I'm just expressing myself, you know. Everyone here, you're born, right? You're given life. Eventually, you will die. Not that now somebody, oh, this guy's talking about death. Oh my gosh. You're here, then you're gone. You know? You're stardust. You know, I'm a part of this. All of this. All of it. You know? It's in my best interest. It's in the best interest of my nation to defend woman till death. I'm a servant. I'm literally a servant to woman. You know why? Because she created me. You know? Like, I don't want to go off the movies or nothing, but, some point in your life, you're going to figure out that's honor. You're going to look at a situation and say, well, what should I do? Oh, well, I guess I should do the honorable thing. Then it'll turn into, not I guess I should do the honorable thing. That's the only thing I can do. I don't want to use any other option. There is no other options on the table for me except for doing the honorable thing, you know? Like you don't got to ride on a horse with, you know, a couple thousand other horsemen screaming death, but defend woman, protect woman, or there is no future. Your future lies with woman. The future of humanity. You know? Alright, I'm gonna stop before I keep going, but peace. And I want to give thanks to all the people out there who are trying to get this message out, trying to get this information out, trying to uplift fallen humanity. You know, I don't know. I gotta listen to, and be around like-minded people, because not all of them, but a good amount of people that I've meet or come in contact with, they're either not too bright or just in you know, Hakuna Matata-ville, where events that are happening in the world they don't care about because, you know, Hakuna Matata, oh well, like, are you crazy? So, yeah. Stand up for women. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, yo, this is like beyond cowardice. Like, oh my gosh, like, it's like, oh, boom, I forgot. It's like TSA, body scanners, pat downs. It's an act of dominance. It's not security, it's dominance. It's making you, it's killing your will. You're submitting. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that people are putting up with that, or at least a good amount of people are putting up with that. How can people put up with your creator being violated, maybe even killed? I can't have it. So I'm gonna go with peace. I'm gonna go with the law, and try and urge or put out information for everyone to make their own decision. Because, you know, you are responsible for yourself. I'm responsible for myself, but I'm gonna defend women until I die. Peace be unto you.